Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Quick throw taken in by Snead.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
I got you.
Jackson from the shotgun. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction.
That's caught inside the 20.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. What? Go. He's on tape. He's got it.
Jackson now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson completes it to the tight end Kittle. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
I love that word.
Now he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 82 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Alert, alert. Crunch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Here we go. Slack 80. 36. Nicker. Now spin. Double bump. Slack again.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
50 seconds to mine.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
57 to Mike. 57 black.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
24.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Connor. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind to Big Ben.
Check, 50. 22, 44.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Ben to throw again. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Snell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the Ravens' 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Roethlisberger will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now it's Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Stepping in, and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Go! Slam!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready? 230. 36.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on now, let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw, but it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
50 seconds, come on. Hey, watch the slant.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wide. Get him up. Watch out.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Jackson flushed out right. And that's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mark 55.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He's at the 30. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Like 80. Alert. Pick it up.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Man out.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
On first and 10 is Conner. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And now he'll turn and off his back. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. From the 36, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll look to run with Ingram. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And now look at him go. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Bynes. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
44. 57's the mark. Lock 57. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6-6, pull it high.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Here we go.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Roethlisberger going to throw deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try and run forward with counter. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Snell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. T.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Fighting. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Gets this one to Hill. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 55 to Mike. It's been a long day for you. Check 90.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Throwing now. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensive.